leaders, business owners who want to be heard, trusted, and remembered. Sound like this is for you? Then buckle up, Buttercup, and let's go. This is a short, condensed 20-minute lunch bite about how you don't get confident before speaking, contrary to popular belief, but you get confident by speaking. So if you've ever waited for the right moment to speak up or to do a video or post a comment or whatever it is, hit record, share your idea, this session is for you. But let's make things really practical. Where is one place where you need to speak up? Is it at work, meetings, online meetings, social media? So many top leaders are just doing amazing, amazing things. And yet people in your group, people in your community are pressuring you to talk, to make content, but you just don't know how to get started or don't know how to do it well in a way that captures your voice and doesn't sound robotic. This is for you. So again, as I said before, well, first, hi, I'm Elizabeth from Talk with ECM. And as I said before, this is for leaders and business owners who know they should be more visible, especially online, but also face-to-face, but hesitate because they don't feel ready. I'm talking about professionals who want to sound credible and natural on camera or in meetings, but get stuck overthinking every word. Can you relate? And this is for anyone who's tired of staying quiet while less qualified voices take the spotlight. That hurts. And while you're thinking about that, I'm going to just double check a few things here, make sure we are live on Instagram as well as YouTube. And I put the links in the LinkedIn page because sometimes things get a little wonky wobbly. Also, go ahead and drop me a comment, say hello in the chat so I can call out your name. This is a live event, so I would love to call out your name and welcome you here personally. Excellent. Still waiting for YouTube to respond. Not sure what's happening there, but Instagram, hi, we are live. So anyone who's joining us there, that is fantastic. Now, why is this important? Why am I doing this today? I'm doing a last minute pop-up, not a lot of promotion, but I wanted to do it because it's so important. And thanks to LinkedIn, YouTube, not Instagram, but they save the videos so you can go back and watch them. Catch me on the replay. If you're watching on the replay, hello, go ahead and hashtag replay so I can come back and start a conversation with you. But why is this content, this specific content, important? It's about confidence, and confidence isn't something you find. You can't buy it, you can't order it. It's just something that needs to be built. You need to build it through action, not perfection. It's through action, not perfection. And this is on my heart so much today, so I wanted to pop in and give you this information as soon as I can. I can see some people are coming in live now. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know you're here and I'll shout out your name. All right. So excellent. I have a new setup here today, so I'm still figuring out how things work and let me know how you think of it. I have a event manager today. It seems to be working pretty well. Love it. So yeah, so as I was saying before, why this is important, because confidence isn't something you find. It's not something you can buy or order online. Amazon hasn't delivered it yet. It's something you build through action and not perfection. And the world doesn't even need more perfect speakers. It needs more real ones. And this is becoming more and more true as AI improves. And your message, the one that's on your heart, the one that's in your head, like mine today, it can't make an impact if it stays stuck there. So we don't want that. We want to get it out. We want to get it in front of your audience, the people who are actually waiting to hear from you. So speaking of impact, let's get started. The main idea today, if you're only here for a hot second, is stop waiting for confidence. Today's the day. I'm giving you permission. Start creating it. So, first of all, let's back up and dig into the science a little bit. This is a very quick, short lunch bite, but I still want to give you some background information here. The myth of ready and what our brain, the brain science tells us about why our brain actually resists visibility. So we all know we're supposed to be visible, we're supposed to be sharing, we're supposed to do this, that, and the other thing. We're also supposed to do exercise and 100 other things. But why does our brain resist it? What is the science behind that? And if you're just joining now, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know you're here. I've got Get Back C. Hi, so glad to have you here. Glad you're listening from YouTube, it looks like. Great to see you in the group. If you have some specific questions or spaces where you need to speak up or want to start speaking up more, go ahead and drop that in the comments. Let us know so we can cheer you on. So let's talk about this, why our brain resists visibility. Okay, so the brain's main job is to keep me alive, right? I'm trying to keep myself alive to survive in this crazy world. Hey, Matthew, N6X1D, welcome. So glad to have you here. I see you're on YouTube as well. Welcome. Thanks for dropping a comment. So my brain's job is survival, not success. And you can argue that we need success for survival, but really it's about survival. And visibility feels risky. It feels risky. So that's why even the most experienced leaders can freeze up before going live or before giving a big presentation. And ready, that feeling of ready or that need or desire for ready is our brain's trick to keep us comfortable, to keep us in that comfort zone and survive. But comfort never built confidence. In small steps, and we'll talk more about that in the next section. But every confident speaker you admire once started with a shaky voice, shaky hands, sweaty armpits, a fast heartbeat, all of it. So don't let that be a stopper. You don't need to feel ready. You need to feel willing. You need to be willing to show up and show up imperfectly. And we'll talk about exactly how to do that. But first, I want to give you an example story from my own self. If we go back in history to the last US presidential election, it was the day of, and I didn't think it through fully, but I agreed to speak. I was scheduled to give a talk exactly on that day, exactly as results were coming in. I wanted to be watching. I wanted to be involved, talking to my community, but I was giving a talk and preparing for a talk. Was I smooth? Was I totally focused? Was I impressive? No, I had shaking hands. My brain was scattered. My heartbeat was all over the place. Was I talking about speaking before you feel ready? Actually, yes, I was on that exact day when I didn't feel ready, when I didn't feel prepared or focused. I was nervous, shaking, you name it. Upset stomach, the works. But I did it. I did it, and I'm going to talk to you right now about how, exactly how, concrete, how to speak up, how to present, especially when your voice is shaking and your heart is beating and all those things. Because as we mentioned before, confidence comes through action. You should speak when you feel willing, not when you feel ready. Like, go ahead and start. The first thing that I find most helpful, my clients find very helpful, and I want to share with you is confidence. The little brain set shift here. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's not the absence of fear. It's action. Confidence is action, despite the fear, despite the anxiety, despite all the brain negative thoughts trying to keep us. As we said before, the brain is trying to help us survive, and visibility feels risky. And so this is the brain trying to keep you safe, trying to keep you alive. But confidence is showing up and taking action despite the fear. There are quite a few talk habits that you probably heard of, like taking a hero's pose or a power stance before going into an important meeting, reviewing your notes, deep breaths, calm, listening to music. The internet is full of it. You can look at them all. I can even offer a few myself, depending on your specific situation. But probably what's new and most important are the habits during your talk. When things shift, when you lose your place, when you have a moment of, what am I actually doing? Speaking of which, we have subbed and liked. Thank you, Matthew. Hello. Thank you for that. Yay. Go ahead and click subscribe, support me. And so we can get more of this content out there and help people just like you, just like me, and share our stories and our voices. So I want to talk about these during the talk habits. So you're already speaking, you've already started, and the brain little monsters clicked on and say, what am I doing? Oh my God, why is anyone listening to me? Whatever your brain monsters are saying, what can you do? And here I often tell my clients to use a confidence anchor. All right. A confidence anchor, one thing that helps you, and this comes up through practice. Maybe it's a deep breath, a pause, taking a sip of water, which is a great way to have silence, to recollect your thoughts, and no one thinks it's strange. Or maybe if you're in a fight, flight, or you're more of a freeze kind of person, sometimes a little motion can help unlock that. These are tactics you can use during your talk when everything is feels like it's going out of control. And the other thing that really helps, I have someone nice or niece, Elvis Trip, thumbs up. Hello, greetings from the Philippines. Hello, welcome. So glad to have you here. I'm speaking from Vienna, Austria. So welcome. We're getting a couple continents here. I love that. So one thing that helps my clients especially is another mental shift I'd love to offer you right now. And it is this message, this talk, this question I'm raising in a meeting, this job interview, whatever it isn't about me and promoting myself or tooting my own horn. It's about helping someone who needs it. It's about the person I'm speaking to. So right now, I'm not thinking about, wow, Elizabeth, I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about what do you need so that you can speak up? And for many people, having this mental shift makes a huge difference in confidence. So Matt, you're in the UK, and how's your day going? Actually, it's a beautiful, glorious fall day here, crisp, very autumnal, and I love it. Now, I do want to keep this short and sweet, so if it feels like it's going really fast, hang on. We're going to get faster because I want to give you this fantastic, useful content so you can use it. It's practical, it's helpful, and start changing the way you interact with others. Start changing the way they receive and respond to you today. Why not today? Let's get started. And as I said, when we shift our thinking from it's all about me to it's all about you, the person you're talking to, when you shift from performance to service, everything shifts. Everything shifts. And the priorities, things that feel risky are no longer risky because it's about if I don't speak, that's more risky. That's more dangerous, isn't it? So there's one physical tip I'd love to give you here about grounding. So making sure that you're in a solid place, grounding your feet, slowing your breathing. If you feel overwhelmed, for example, speaking to a room of 800 people, and that seems intimidating, imagine speaking to one. Imagine speaking to one. Calm it down and feel comfortable. Because that is the best way to deliver your message and have it be heard. Because we're about service, we're about impact, not about tooting our own horn, right? At least that's not what my clients are looking for. So just last week, a client told me that they showed up nervous and unsure when they were about to give a speech, but connected deeply because once they got out on stage, they focused on impact, not perfection, right? It's not about how I deliver, how glorious my hair looks, or my earrings, or whatever it is. It's about impact. And you want to know the Elizabeth recording that they had playing in their mind? And this is one I love so much. Remember, people actually want you to succeed. What is the most valuable currency in 2025? It's attention, right? And when you have someone's attention, they want you to succeed. They want you to deliver value. They want you to help them with their problem, with their situation, whatever it is. Even in a job interview, when you walk into a job interview, they want you to be the perfect candidate, right? They don't want to waste their time listening to yahoos walking in off the street. They want you to win. So remembering that they're listening because they want you to offer value. They want you to do well. They're not enemies. They're actually cheering you on just from the get-go. All right. So for everyone who's here live, drop your notes in the comments, your questions. I'm here live to answer your questions. So if we get derailed from my agenda, from the ideas and my outline that I wrote down, that's fine. That's what live events are about. It's about a conversation. It's about a conversation. In fact, I should ask you, Matthew, how is your day going? What's the weather like in the UK? I actually want to know. I would love to know. All right, and while you're writing that, I'm just going to take a sip of water and then we'll move on to point 3. Will we finish in 3 minutes? I think it's going to be a 25-minute session today. Let's condense it down. So this is point 3, and maybe the most important. It's about small daily habit, just one daily habit that will build lasting speaking confidence. It's one small, easy to do, doesn't cost a thing, and you can start today. As I said before, confidence comes from action. Confidence comes from action. You can be like, yeah, but Elizabeth, I don't get hired to do speaking gigs every day. I hear that. I hear that. Oh, Matthew, thank you for your response. It's good weather, but I'm sick, so it's all right. Well, as we say in Austria, gute Besserung. I hope you feel better soon. Let some sunshine in and yeah, have a cup of tea. Have a cup of tea, and I hope you feel better. And this is one that anyone can practice, even Matthew N6X1D. When you're home sick, it's a habit you can practice because confidence grows through micro steps, itty bitty steps. It also grows through big steps, but that can be overwhelming every day. And it is much more effective, much more impactful than once a year big retreats or hero moments. So here's the action step I want you to take today. Today, yes, today, and every day, speak one thought out loud. And I do mean out loud. I do mean out loud that you normally write or, dare I say it, overthink. I want you to speak it out loud. That changes a pattern that you've had before. Speak that thought out loud if you can. And most of you have a device because you're able to watch me here. You have a recording device, either your phone or your laptop, whatever it is you're watching me on. Go ahead and record yourself. Record yourself for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20, 30, whatever it is. Record your voice daily. It doesn't matter if you post it or not or send it to anyone, but over time, your comfort grows much faster than you'd realize. Speak those thoughts out. Maybe at first you can only speak it and not record it, but build up. Every day, a little more. Ooh, that's my mom calling. Hi, Mom! I put it on Do Not Disturb, but yeah, I let my mom through. I do let my mom through. She's such a wonderful person. But yeah, every day take a small step that expands the boundaries of your comfort zone. It can be a talk, a conversation that pushes your comfort zone. tiny bit. Actually talk to your barista, cashier, someone you interact with daily, mail delivery, package drop off, colleague, boss. Ask one question you wouldn't otherwise ask. Make a comment, have a greeting. Breathe, be present. Practice your eye contact and relaxed posture. Every day, take a focus and stretch your boundaries a millimeter more. And these small moments of courage will compound. It's like compounding interest for my finance friends. And you'll start getting unstoppable, transferable confidence, guaranteed. And if you don't believe me, think it's a bunch of la, 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 just stuff I make up. Don't believe me? Listen to the science. There is a very famous book called Atomic Habits. Check it out. It's about micro steps taken every day have the biggest impact overall. And that's what I want for you. So we're rounding off our 20 minutes here, and I'm going to give you your takeaways, the big takeaways. What were your takeaways for my friends who are here listening live? Go ahead and drop those in the comments. I would love to read them off and give you credit for your awesome listening and applaud you for your takeaways. What did you hear today that you don't want to forget? Let me know. It helps you, it helps me, and it helps those who are listening both now and on the replay. And while you're writing your takeaways, I'll hold mine for a second because I know there's a delay there and it takes time to type. So go ahead and drop those in the comments. While you're thinking of that, I'm going to give you my call to action. So what is it I want you to do now? I already gave you a challenge. And if you're serious and you want to build confidence before you feel ready, I want to encourage you right now to join me next week. I'm going to have another live session, the Visibility Leap. The Visibility Leap, about how to go from quiet observer to trusted voice, because that's what I want for you. Every single person has a story to tell, a message that needs to be heard. And now is the time for you to start speaking out. And I want to help you do that. Matthew, I matter and people love me. Absolutely. Yes. That is an awesome takeaway. I'm going to give you a virtual high five. That is a really good takeaway. Thank you for putting that in the comments. And if you're ready to fast track this, I am opening 10 exclusive Black Friday one-on-one sessions where you can choose your focus. It can either be confidence, video, leadership, presence. More details about that next week. But if you want to be like in the front row on that list, because there's only 10, go ahead and DM me Black Friday if you want early access. I'll make sure you're first on the list. So again, next week, it's another live session here with me. Bring your questions, bring your concerns, bring the actual situations you struggle with, and we'll talk about them. That would be much more valuable for everyone than some blah, blah, blah that people are making up, right? So takeaways, what day and time next week? So I will be publishing that actually as soon as I finish this session. I wanted to do it before, but life happens. But next week, it's either going to be Thursday or Friday. It's going to be Thursday at 2:00 Central European time. So in the UK, I think you're 1 hour ahead. 1:00 for you, perhaps. So we'll check that out. I will put a link in the comments as soon as this event is finished. So I'll give you my takeaways as well, just to refresh, just to keep it fresh in your mind as you leave this session. Thank you very much for being here today, because that's why I'm here. I'm here sharing this information with you. So you being here makes it better for all of us. And as Matthew said, I matter and people love me. You matter. You matter. That's why I'm here. And I care about you and you speaking up, having the confidence to speak up. So the takeaways that I want to review for you is, you don't get confidence by thinking about it. Even if you're super smart, especially if you're super smart, you get confidence by doing. It's an action. It's an action that needs to be taken. Action creates evidence. We're going to do a little math here. Action, okay. You create confidence by doing because action creates evidence. Evidence builds belief. Belief fuels confidence. And that's a lot of juicy math for a crisp November day. That's what I'm talking about. So 25 minutes, that's my time. Matthew said he'll try and be there next week. Awesome. Thank you for that. And for the rest of you who were joining both live on the replay, I appreciate you very much. And I look forward to seeing you next week. My name is Elizabeth from Talk with ECM. And that's our wrap for today.